Hello, and welcome to Dragon Age Origins. I'm Chancellor Zonos Ross, and as you might have known, for the past basically couple recording sessions, I've been kind of debating, oh, what should I play? Should I play Dark Souls? Should I play Dragon Age? Should I play something else? Yada yada yada. Well, the Game Awards just ended last night, and there was a trailer for both Mass Effect, the sequel that's coming out, that I mentioned at the end of the Mass Effect series we finished, that there was one coming out. They showed a trailer for that, which I think is a Milky Way sequel, and they also featured the Max Effect, next Dragon Age. They showed it out, and they're like, "Yo, look, the next Dragon Age." And I was like, "Okay, well, I have to play Dragon Age Origins now." Like, it's basically the same thing I did with Mass Effect way back when I started. Saw the Andromeda trailer. It was like, I want to play Mass Effect. Now I want to play Dragon Age because I know the next one's probably going to come out either next year or the year after that. Who knows about the Mass Effect one, but like the Dragon Age one is definitely coming out soonish. So I figured let's just jump right into Dragon Age. It's a game that I started playing when it came out, kinda. I didn't play it when it came out. I played it when I believe I saw my friend playing it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. What is that?" And it's like Dragon Age. And at that time, it's like if your friend says you got to play this game, you go out and buy the game. And it's one of the games I played extensively. I think I've pretty much did every single race. I played every single race except for like one or two because like the changes were so minute I didn't play them. I definitely played every single race. I definitely played every single class, but I don't think I played all the origins.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove
also,
at
I don't
us
have any
again
mods on, I don't
and
think.
again, until finally we neared annihilation.
I'm still pretty sure I don't have any mods on because this is my my origin-based game. So I started playing on Steam and then I switched over to Origin because I could, and I just did.
Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed.
I'm very interested in the next Dragon Age game though. Looks pretty cool. Looks stunning. I know it wasn't in-game footage, but if that's the style they're going for, I'm excited.
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. It may even be too late. For I have have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Nice little intro. Get us into the world. So yeah, Dragon Age Origins is a role-playing game. The future ones are action role-playing games, but I'm pretty sure this is just a role-playing game. I feel like we're gonna be a female for this. I feel like we've been playing guys a lot in our playthroughs, so I might as well just switch. Just switch it up. Let's be a female. So for me, I always like to base the game around a theme. I feel like for Dragon Age 1, you're definitely supposed to be like in the second game, you're definitely like it's definitely heavily mage based because there's the whole mage versus Templar thing. So I feel like being a mage is kind of like good in that game. Third game, I think that one really doesn't matter what you are because it's really up to, up interpretation. I've seen people play like all mages throughout all their playthroughs, but I feel like changing it up a bit each game is, fun times in my personal opinion. So what my plan is, I'm gonna be a warrior for this one. Because, you're fighting the Darkspawn, you're going toe to toe with them, you're on the front lines kind of thing. I feel like it just makes sense in my personal opinion. As you can see, there's 6 origins. There's, let's say if you're an elf, you have either the Dalish elf, which are like nomadic tribal elves, or like they're kind of like druids in a way. They're like spiritual, like wood elves kind of thing. And then there's city elves, basically the lower class of human society, because they live in human society, but they're the low class because they're not humans. You'd play as a dwarf. You could either be a dwarf commoner, same thing, you're the lower class of dwarven society, or you could be a dwarf noble, obviously the high class of dwarven society. Be a mage, which you can only be a mage as human or elf because dwarves can't be mages. And it's the same thing. You're literally just a mage. You're just the low class of all life, essentially. It doesn't matter which one you are, you get the same backstory. And if you're a human, either like mage or rogue, you are a noble. So essentially how it is you can either be, the low class, which is like the city elf, the mage, or the dwarf, or you could be like either a free folk slash noble. You could imagine like, oh, since you're free, you're truly the most noble of your kind or something. I don't know, because the other elves are considered, poor and whatnot. But we're gonna be a human noble warrior.
Greetings.
I don't know if it'll because I haven't played this game on Origin. I started it on my Steam account, and then when I put the key in to get it for free on Origin, because I bought it on Steam, and then I was like, oh, I could just unlock it on Origin, so I might as well unlock it on Origin, because it'll probably give me some easier way of like transitioning games, because I don't think Dragon Age 2 was available at that time. It was either Dragon Age 2 or Dragon Age Inquisition. One of them wasn't available on Steam, so I just, I was like, oh, I'll play on Origin, and Origin actually auto-detected that I had Dragon Age Origins on my thing, on my PC, so it was like, oh, here you go. And I was like, well, that's easy. So I didn't really have to do anything about that, but I don't know if it would, because now, because I got a new hard drive, re-downloaded everything. Now I've re-downloaded Origins from, EA Origin. So I'm kind of curious if it'll keep because I know it kept logs of my achievements, but I don't know if it'll keep logs of my previous actions, because in this game you could get like archetype classes or archetypes, something like that, and you unlock them by either buying books or earning them via gameplay. And I don't know if those are unlocked for me or if they're locked. I guess we'll find out. So let's be silly. What was her name? Zoe. Zoe Kuslin. One of my characters from my novelizations. Oh god. Christ. Yeah, we'll just keep it the normal one. Skin tone. Out there, I guess. I don't know. Blush. Nah. Color. Yeah. Shadow. I wonder where the Grey Warden even get makeup. Put a little. Make it look like they're. Although it's eyeshadow music, make it look like they haven't slept in like ages. Shadow intensive. Just make it like subtle, so it looks like they haven't slept in a while. Because I don't think you get an option to change your appearance once you're actually into the into the game. So we're a noble. I don't think we would have face tattoos as a noble. I mean, this is the Dragon Age universe. Who gives a damn? But truth be told, I don't think a noble would have tattoos. So let's keep clear face. Hair. Definitely a ponytail of some sorts. Because you know how nobles like their fancy long hair, but since they're in combat, they should also, you know, set up their hair to, you know, be more effective in combat. I think I'm liking this. The nice Cinnabon bun. Hair color, oh, I don't even know. What was the default one? I like that. It's just I didn't like the short hair ties that they had. I think it was one of these ones. Let's just go with that. Eyebrows. Oops. Yeah, that's good enough. Eyes, I think the eyes are fine personally, but let's just check our options. Oh, there's only 3? Or 4, 5? Maybe this one. I find the first one was good, but let's explore our options. I don't remember there being this much options for eye color, so I'm wondering if I do have a mod installed. Because I know I did get a mod installed for eye colors, but I think it was the second game, not this game. So maybe there was actually this much options in the beginning, the base game. I actually like that green right there. I'm fine with the nose. Lip size, overbite, underbite. What's more noble? Having a major overbite or a major underbite? Let's go with like a little bit of an overbite. That should be fine. Or maybe lip size too, I don't know. Nah, fine as midway. Cheekbone depth. I'm kind of fine. Maybe her jaw needs a bit of... It's a bit... I mean, it's a bit low poly. Jaw width. Oh, that's the other... That's this side. I'm fine with that. Cheekbone height. Usually in video games, I'll just like put them up. Because I personally have high cheekbones. But I'm fine, because this is a fictional character. Which Which I can't remember if I have green eyes or if they have blue eyes. I think they might have blue eyes, but I like the look of this green eye. So maybe I might change that. That's why I like making like NPC characters that I wish to write about in video games, because sometimes once you get a visual of them, you're like, oh, actually I like that better than what I was originally thinking. I find the ears are fine. Probably won't even be seeing it as much. Oh yes, the portrait. Now, which background looks the most noble-like? That deep purple one does. But I think the Kuzlins are blue. Right? I can't check. I think the Kuzlin's house color is blue. That's what we are, a Kuzlin. So maybe this expression. Let's keep prim and proper. Make it look like we're looking down on them. I like the side profiles though. Just a little bit like that. Yeah, and that seems fine for me. Voices.
I have lost the spell. Greetings. Greetings.
Charmed.
Greetings.
Charmed. I lost the spell.
Greetings.
I cannot cast it. It is unharmed.
Greetings.
Well, that didn't work. Well, this is odd.
Greetings.
No, it is gone.
Greetings.
I think experience is the most I prefer out of them all. Now I legitimately, it's been forever since I played the first game. I cannot remember what these stats do. Because I think they're more baselined in the games after this. And it's been, like, the last time I played this game was on the Xbox 360. Like, back when I used to go to college 2 hours away from where I live now. Literally the last time I played it was, like, long ago. I know as a warrior you want strength. But I can't remember what else do you want. I know we don't need any magic. Cunning, I believe you do need a little bit of it for some stuff, like if you're planning on being a tactician. But overall, I'm not sure. Also, after I actually finish this session, I might go look up some mods just for some better textures, because in the intro thing, saw there was a little bit of low poly stuff, and like some texture issues, and I was wondering if there might be some fixes for those, because, you know, might as well check it out. And we'll see what other mods I might get. Most of them I usually grab is just like texture-based mods, as you know. So we'll see. If I don't, then next time you play, nothing will change. But we'll see. I think you need a little bit of willpower too. I know you need dex and strength for things. I think I might play a two-handed... No, not two-handed, a sword and shield playthrough. Oh man, let's get some constitution up then. And let's put up our willpower. Cunning... I think we don't need cunning as much. I guess we'll find out when we get into the next tier, because this is where... Actually, this is base stuff. Combat training. Characters completed basic combat training. Warriors and rogues gain access to first tier weapon talents. Mages can take more damage from an attack before it interrupts their spellcast. Okay, so we get 1 point to spend. Well, definitely... Okay, this requires cunning. Okay. Yeah, cunning is like. Oh, okay. So it's the persuasive stat. Okay, I definitely will start putting some points there because I do want to be persuasive. I mean, in every video game, you have to persuade somebody, right? So warrior. These are. So how it works is you for this game you have your class, then you have weapons, and class and then weapons. Some classes have some weapons, some classes don't. Mages literally just have a spell list, and you just choose a spell, and it's pretty customizable. In the games after this, they kind of slim it down, where this game it's like if you're a rogue, you could technically use dual wield archery, and warrior can just use any weapons. But in the games after this, warriors can only use sword and shield or a two-handed weapon, and rogues could use bows and dual wielding. So like this one, it's kind of like you can do what you want. Well, let's see. Powerful warrior passive 10 strength. Through training and hard work, the warrior has gained greater health and reduced fatigue penalty for wearing armor. That'll be useful. Precise striking. The warrior tries to make each attack count, sacrificing attack speed for a bonus to attack, as well as an increased chance to score critical hits for as long as this mode is active. Shield bash, our first abilities. Shield defense. When this mode is active, its defenses. Shield block. Shield pummel. Definitely want 2 attacks, but I don't know if I want. I do want powerful. Let's do shield pummel. So I'll have 2 abilities to play with instead of 1. I'm gonna set it to nightmare, but I definitely feel like I'm gonna have to lower it. Like, nightmare is meant for people who mint max, and I'm definitely not mint maxing right now, so I might have to lower it to hard. But we'll try to play on nightmare. And did the game crash? Or is it just loading? Maybe that's our first trial. The first trial of hard nightmare difficulty is trying to get past this loading screen. It might have actually crashed. I'm not sure. No. Oh, there we go. I tried to tab out, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed
For generations,
to be
your
loading
family,
something.
the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
Oh yeah, I should mention there are 2 prequel books.
I expect they will start arriving.
One of them is
tonight,
related to
and we
that
can march tomorrow.
invasion.
I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. But we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
Monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. How? You remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear.
And you, Arl Howe.
My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time.
To what end?
Ha! To what end, she says. So glib, too. She's just like her mother when she talks like that.
See what I contend with, Hal? There is no telling my fierce girl anything these days. Make her bless her heart.
No doubt because you've trained her as a warrior. How unique.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
I'll do my best, Father.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
I mean, I saw him standing around in the
It is an honor
background.
to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They're an order of great warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
Is there a reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup,
Yeah.
can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
But I'd like to stay and talk to Duncan.
You'll have plenty of time after we're gone. We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lass and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
So, oh god, I don't know how to play this game. Okay, so it is still WASD, but I believe you could also, what's it called? Point and click. Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's like 2 modes. You could point and click and whatnot. So, I don't know how much they'll mention it, but I know there's a lot of codex entries similar to Mass Effect where they're like, this is what this is if you don't understand it. Oh yeah, see, look, it looks like I don't have all my unlocks. Because look, I only have 1 codex entry. Can I go back? No. How do I don't want to open... No. Okay, there we go. Characters. Duncan. Ren and Hal. Notes.